I hope you had a very nice summer break. I think at the chamber we all have one. And among you, we have new members like Armel Perben, absolutely French. Sadio Dara, also, who has been member for about 4 months, so it's very, very new. And it is the first SME breakfast de la rentrée. So we are delighted to welcome you all at the chamber and on video. So this morning we have the pleasure to welcome Sadio Dara to explain to us 5 keys to increase your sales and get qualified customers. That's a very important subject for all companies. So thank you, Sadio, to give us those keys.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for your attention and your presence. So my name is Sadio Dara. I'm a freelancer. So I founded Sadencom in 2020 in order to help companies optimize their business throughout social media. So I'm a content writer. I like writing. I'm fascinated by digital marketing. And I'm convinced that companies should, it's very important to write with your own words in order to convince your audience, to create a good relationship with your audience, and to, to create impact. So I founded Sadencom in 2020. My different services are content writing, B2B consulting, and SEO. So I was graduated from a master's degree in 2010. I studied international affairs. And after my studies, I decided to join Prisma Media because I had the opportunity to work with them as a community manager. It was a great experience because it was my first time where I managed 3 magazines. So Prisma Media is a big press group, which includes 22 magazines online, such as Femme Actuelle, Gala, Télé Loisirs, Géo, etc. And I was in charge of the web, so websites, and I managed 3 brands on social media networks for Gala, Télé Loisirs, and Voici. So at that time, it's important to know that before people were investing on Facebook, Twitter, because it was easy for companies to convert and get big audience, but now it's different. But when I worked with them, we had a good engagement, we had a huge audience, and it was good. We also had good results on sales. So, for instance, when I worked with Prisma Media, at that time we had between 10,000 and 20,000 followers. So now we are in 2022. The results is, you see the difference. More than 700,000 followers or 600 followers for Gala, Voici, and Télé Loisirs. It's very important to know that you should create your universe. So Télé Loisirs has its own universe, environment, its own targets, its own position. It's not the same with Voici or Gala. And it was a great experience for me because I had to manage international events such as the Cannes Film Festival, the Royal Wedding, very interesting for me. So I'm also working, I also work for the British Council. And now with Sadencom, So we help companies to be more confident throughout social media and communications. So this is an example of Prisma Media. So the success of Prisma Media, because we managed international events, and we had the opportunity to manage the royal wedding. We had some journalists in London for this event, but I was in charge of buzz marketing. So the results were very interesting because it lasted one day. We had to, take pictures, to, to share the experience to our audience. And we sold 1 million magazines for Télé Loisirs and 420 magazines with Gala. So it's very important to emphasize on the audience needs and their feelings. So can I ask you some questions about your challenges, or what are your main problems on social media?
So well, if someone would like to answer.
If I may, yes. So my main issue, my main problem on social media is not really to communicate, is to find content to publish. Publishing is basically easy. I create something in Word, I copy paste it on LinkedIn, and I forward it. But my issue is to find content. On payroll, it's not easy, although it's just change frequently, but it's not easy to make it attractive to my potential customers.
Sure.
What other issue you have? Armelle, Anne-Hélène, it's not the same.
Well, I would say just fear, because sometimes you want to put some content and you just think what other people are going to think. So it's just fearing what people are going to think, if they like it or not. Sometimes I put content on LinkedIn and I'm like, oh my God, what's going to happen? I'm like, I'm kind of scared. But, oh my God, I know that the world is not going to collapse or whatever. But for me, it's like, as if.
Sure.
What other issues you have?
I will say engagement, having people to interact with the posts and all that. I think so.
How to get engagement.
Engagements. So it depends on your social media. Yes.
With Fiona?
Yes, I just wanted to know whether you think that it's better to do videos or if it's better to write, especially on LinkedIn, where I think that there's more and more people who are doing videos, and what was the impact in the corporate world on those?
Okay. So, for instance, I am on LinkedIn, and sometimes I'm so worried about my post, but it's very interesting to be inspired by other content creators. Sometimes I'm checking American content creators because they are very excellent on social media, and it gives some ideas about your post. But if you have specific posts, such as payroll, you can tell them, ask them some questions about the challenges in payroll, because payroll is very, it's a strict procedure, and sometimes you can get overwhelmed. You can be overwhelmed. So it depends on your positioning. So if you are targeting managers or CEOs, that managers CEOs. Maybe. So Ian, can you tell me what is your position?
Well, mostly I try to contact to the decision maker, whether it's a CEO or a manager. It's really depends on the structure of the company. but I need to be able to have the decision maker decide to contact me, whether directly or indirectly. But that's my main issue, basically, to get a contact from the decision maker.
Okay, you can check CEO, maybe startups, make a request, and you can make some posts, you know, which are very describing the problem of CEOs or decision makers. And when you are scary or when you are worried, you don't want to post, I think it's normal, because sometimes you have your colleagues or your employers on LinkedIn, and it can be challenging, but you need to be confident and set goals. So where should I go? For instance, I have more than almost 4,000 followers, because people know my personality, my values, and sometimes they send me messages. They say, okay, I have the same background. I was not every day, but maybe twice a week or three times a week, because you are an expert. So you can get a lot of ideas on the internet, on Facebook groups. You can get some groups about payroll, and then you can write the different problems. So how to manage payroll, the different deadlines in payroll, etc., etc. And concerning the videos, yes. So people are making videos, because now people are very using videos on TikTok. So we have the young generation on TikTok, Instagram, and they want to be, they want entertainment on social media. But you can do that on LinkedIn. So sometimes they say LinkedIn is like Facebook, etc. But you can also publish some videos.
We should post at least twice a week. Is that the right rhythm?
So if you are a beginner, I recommend every day.
Oh.
Yes, because you don't have. If you have a pro community, you need to grow. It's better to communicate every time, but it depends on your availability. If you like LinkedIn, or it depends. Some people don't like LinkedIn. They use Facebook, the Facebook profile, to publish because they like it. Yes, but I would say every day.
Okay, that's clear. So 20 minutes every day.
And you need time to respond to comments.
Yeah,
as well. Yeah.
So it takes a bit more time.
More time.
And can I ask if it's also interesting to hashtag the company name too on posts?
Yes, has she a page? Does she have a page?
I don't know.
What do you mean by page?
Page.
Profile.
Profile or page?
The page, the company page, you mean? No?
Yes, company page.
Yes, I have my own. I have my own profile. Right now, I don't have a company page, but I'm interested to know if, when there is a company page, should you hashtag that as well? Does it have an impact or not?
Sure, you can mention your company page. So you can say that you're doing remote working with your team, or it's an example, and you mention your company, because sometimes people want to apply. People will apply for a job because they like your post or your personality, your opinion, and you can get more followers on your company page.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
So I think we can carry on now.
Okay. So yes, I will talk about the different mistakes. When you are on social media, you can be faced to some mistakes, such as ignoring your best social media platform. For instance, I was posting a lot on Instagram, but I realized that I was very tired on posting, etc. And I had no engagement. And I decided to try on LinkedIn in order to target business owners, professionals, and the result is very different. So pay attention and be careful, because if you don't have engagement, if you don't have conversion, maybe your customers are not on the right social media network. Your positioning. So what is your positioning? What are your offers? So if you're doing payroll, it's interesting to be on LinkedIn because there are a lot of business owners, but you need to add more business owners and to get a qualified network, and then to be inspired and create posts, so every day or twice a week, 3 times a week. And also, I would say the lack of personalization, because now we get a lot of automated messages on social media, especially on LinkedIn. So people don't like that. And you can say, for instance, if you're doing some events or if you're meeting with other entrepreneurs, it's better you will have more results on LinkedIn because they will remember your name, etc. And you can say, hi, we met together in Paris, etc. And they will accept your request. But if you're doing general requests, no, they will not accept. And sometimes some business owners are underestimating their online strategy because they say, I have clients, I have customers, so I don't need to improve my strategy. But it can be challenging because if you lose your customers, you will have more work to get new customers. So you can work in order to get loyal customers, but try to be regular with content strategy. So if you're underestimating your online strategy, you will have a low audience because people don't remember what you are doing, etc. You will not have recommendations because you're not posting, and no profits. So what are the best practices in order to get more engagement and more conversion? So don't hesitate to define your positioning. So sometimes we have people who are targeting only SMEs, only accounting services, etc. So you don't have to talk to everybody. It's better to get a target in order to accelerate your conversion. So don't work with everybody because sometimes you will not have qualified customers. For instance, I don't work with beginners, people who are beginning their business, because I need to help companies who want to move forward, who are engaged, who want to learn, and that's very interesting for me and for the customer, because the customer will see the benefits, and we see the different, I have a question. We'll see the benefits on our collaboration. And then I don't see. Define, yes, your client's frustration, sure. So you need to know your customer. For instance, maybe on Sunday, I made a post about how to convert with a website. If you're getting a website, what is the process to convert? So I asked questions to my audience, and I had good results, because I had one comment of a businesswoman, and she said that she didn't have the time to optimize her website, and then she sent me a message on LinkedIn about my services. So now you can measure, you can see the impact of your post. So don't hesitate to know your customers' needs, problems, and you will get excellent results, because they will trust you. They will see that you're here, you're available to help him. I have a question.
What is the question?
No question, but Alexandra Simon was.
Yes, it's
okay.
me.
So Alexandra, would you like to?
Yes, do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I have a question regarding that you said, Sadio, about posting every day when we are beginners. How do we know when we are beginners? This is my first question. And my second question was about the statistics, all KPIs that they have on the social network, especially for LinkedIn. How do we know that we have a good post, a good impression, instead of a bad one? How do we measure it, everything?
Sure, that's an excellent question. So I have a creator profile on LinkedIn, so people can follow me. And if I make some posts, for every post, I will have the statistics. For instance, maybe yesterday I made a post with 2,000 impressions, but sometimes I can make 30,000 impressions. So I would say that don't compare yourself with other content creators, because if you have 5 likes, you can convert and get a client. And you can get 1 million impression and get, you can get no clients. So it's very important to know, because sometimes we are comparing with each other's, and it's very negative. So just try to know, what are the posts, the successful posts, what are they? And then you can also reuse them for next time.
Can I ask a question? Then you talk about impressions, and I see that on LinkedIn when I look, but what does that actually mean? Because if I'm on LinkedIn and I'm on the phone and I see something by the Franco-British Chamber of Commerce, and I could just flick past it, would that count as an impression, or do I have to open it and read it for it to be an impression?
It's when you read the post. Yes.
But the impression is when you read, so when you click on the post and you read it.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Because when I see my statistic, I will know for instance, when I did a post with 30,000 impressions, I knew that I had business owners or HR, etc., etc. So yes, so that's very interesting. Because then you can make oriented post, maybe for HR or business owners, Mm.
Which KPIs are interesting to follow to know your
performance? I would say the number of followers after posting. It depends on your post. For instance, if you're making a post and you say follow me, or if you need tips about payroll, follow me, and you see that people follow you after this post, so you will see that it's interesting. It's interesting, and also when people are visiting your profile, people who are not connected with you, they are visiting your profile. So that's maybe he's looking your posts, your different interactions, etc. And then you can add them, on LinkedIn to know which post was interesting and get feedbacks. Any questions?
So just one thing with Valentine, we look at KPIs for the chamber, and what we notice is and something you said, it's when it's very personalized about the life of the chamber. That's what works the most, actually.
Yes.
And it's quite, maybe you want to say something, Valentine, about that, but
no,
yes.
I agree with
so,
you. That's how I agree.
That's really what works.
When you
the
put
best.
your picture of yourself as well, people like
like it.
Yes, exactly. So when you say personalization plus a good content works better than something which is would be about general contents.
And every member, for instance, the staff of the chamber can make posts, and tag the members.
Oh yes, that's a good idea.
It's very interesting because people know that you're active. Yes, so I found this interesting chart about internet users. Internet users are on their phones. Now they are using their phones for everything, to buy something, to buy products, services, or to buy food. That's very important. And that's why you need to be more present on social media online, because you can get more, more opportunities. Yes. So if you have a website, it's very interesting to optimize it every time.
And how to optimize it? What do you mean by
optimize it? So to create a good value, so good content, articles, videos, podcasts, in order to create value, to give to your audience, and then if they want to, if they need your services, they will remember your website and they can contact you. So if you're doing HR, you can make podcasts with other business owners, and it's very interesting because the audience of your partner can know your services, and you can get more traffic because people will know you.
Advice is to use the website as a hub, and everything goes from the website and come back to the website, and that's the best way to get more visitors, more engagement, and everything.
What I found difficult, if I may, is, for example, I'm in HR, and there's thousands, hundreds of podcasts in HR on HR.
Yes.
So it's a kind of, and I think either my choice is either to, I would say, to give a content which is more or less the same as everybody, which is easy. I can do it like that. Or I can differentiate myself, but if I differentiate myself, it's just going to take time for me to do it. and to be ahead of what's going on in France. Obviously, you said that looking at the US, I'm following loads of US HR because HR is coming from the US and then coming to France afterwards. That it's yeah, all that takes lots of time, and when taking time and doing podcasts and then reading articles and then posting on LinkedIn and all that, when do you do your own business? And that's the idea.
Yes, it's a question of priority. People are making podcasts because it's easy to consume. So if you don't have time to make podcast, you can try another solution. And videos, do you do some videos?
It's already hard to pictures, the videos, not yet. I'm not that yet.
Yes, it's not easy. Not easy. But you can continue with text, engaging text, polls, because HR are on LinkedIn.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. But you can differentiate yourself. But it's there are a lot of HR. They are doing inclusion, diversity, etc. But just make your so what is your difference, and how do you help your customers? You can share some testimonies.
Yes, as well.
Yes, to create social proof. That's very important.
We can do videos without picture. You can go on Canva.
Yeah, Canva. Yeah.
Canva.
You use
Yes.
a PowerPoint and you just click on video and it will be a video.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Sure.
It would be easy to make.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, I will continue with the positioning. So if you're doing B2B or B2C, B2B, for B2B strategy, it's interesting to be on LinkedIn. For instance, I'm on LinkedIn because I'm working with B2B customers, sometimes B2C, but the majority is B2B. But some business owners are on YouTube. They use YouTube for their business. So it takes a lot of time. You need to make videos to get a good place to make your videos. Some people do Facebook ads, but I recommend Facebook ads only if you have a huge community. And if your business is very, important, yes, then you can switch and do Facebook ads to launch new products, new services, or if you want to schedule a webinar. So Facebook ads is useful. So this is the number, the active users on LinkedIn. And are you active on LinkedIn or not?
Raise your hand who is active on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Define active.
No, Philippe. Paulette, you're more on Facebook.
Valentine?
Paulette is more on Facebook. Yes. Those others I don't know, but anyway.
For business, yes, but in personal way, no.
Because it's very interesting to know the different, statistics about LinkedIn. Worldwide, we have 810,000 million members around the world, and mostly in the US, because Americans are very active on LinkedIn. So I follow some content creators, and they are very advanced. They know how to make engagement. And sometimes their posts are not interesting, but they know how to create engagement. So if you have a B2C strategy, if you're selling books for children or if you're teaching, so it's better to use Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok, because they are mostly families, parents. And if you're selling some products, cosmetic brands, cosmetic products, so they are mostly on Facebook and Instagram. So TikTok, don't underestimate TikTok, because it's a huge opportunity. People who are fed up with Instagram go to TikTok, and they see more results. So can you tell me if you're doing B2C or B2B?
Alexandra said that she's on LinkedIn and
B2B.
YouTube, and that's on Facebook and
B2B.
Facebook link. B2B.
Most of the people here are B2B.
B2B2C.
Yes, B2, yes, exactly. And for you too. Also.
Yeah.
B2C.
Yes.
So if you have a school, Facebook is a good social media. Instagram, because it's a visual social, it's a visual network. So you can share some children experience, etc.
C'est celle-ci.
Yeah. Okay, so what is, so in order to choose your social media platform, you need to know where are the customers, what are their needs, their different problems. And if you prefer LinkedIn and you don't like Facebook or Instagram, so use LinkedIn for your business, because people will see your post, and if you don't like posting, they will not follow you. So it's important to like what you are doing. And if you are more active and you're posting every time, you can improve your brand awareness. So it's important for your personal branding, because you will get more opportunities. You will accelerate opportunities, conversions, leads. For instance, I have two calls a week without doing outbound marketing, without doing to international events, because I tried to be active on LinkedIn, to be regular. I've been regular for 1 year now, so I know the results, and it's very interesting because it's international, so you can get clients everywhere. So don't underestimate social media, and you can also get ambassadors, so people who don't know you but will recommend you.
So in fact, what you are telling us is that we should follow you in order to know how to work better.
Sure.
And create ambassadors. Is that also some kind of influencers you are?
Yes, sometimes some brands are doing partnership with influencers, but you have customers, employees. They can promote their company.
Okay.
Yes. So I would like to share this example with a brand, a cosmetic brand, Respire. It's a successful story. I really like this brand because the members are very active and they're sharing their experience, their family, their stories, especially Justine Hutto. She's active on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. She has a channel on YouTube. And so the key is storytelling. So Justine, she founded Respire, created crowdfunding in order to finance her cosmetics. And she made a video, an excellent video, which was shared by a lot of members. And now she's hiring people. She has, her business is growing. So I recommend this brand if you need inspiration. And her community is very passionate about sports, running. So if you like sports, and you can check and see this brand. And you need to improve your copywriting, your storytelling. As a business owner, you have a potential. So maybe you had some, you were faced to challenges in your life, at school. And it's important to share your different experiences in order to help people and to inspire them. So I mentioned Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, because they are very inspiring. But if you're reading books or some movies that were very interesting, you can share on social media in order to create engagement.
Oh, stories look like Mark stories. Yes, but Armel, you have got nice stories about the 7 countries you have been traveling.
I've got a question about storytelling, because at the moment on LinkedIn, we can see that people are commenting and are saying that they're fed up of storytelling. Yes.
A lot.
So what's your position on that?
My position is you need to be different, because there are a lot of, for instance, in my case, there are a lot of copywriters, content creators, and it's important to talk about your story in order to make the difference. Sometimes people will call me, they will say, I would like to work with you because I'm following your post and I like your personality. But on LinkedIn, you can get haters, so that's normal. But just set up your goals and make the difference, because because there are a lot of HR, a lot of professionals, so people should make a choice. You know, when they are looking for professionals like you, you know. So don't be worried. Make the difference, and you can talk about your different studies, your travels. What do you like? You know, without creating, you know, a kind of arguing discussions.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Controversy.
Sure. Because people like that on LinkedIn. Yes. Then my different services, community management on LinkedIn, B2B consulting, and staff training for overwhelmed business owners. So do you have any questions?
Sorry, I've got another question.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
That's good.
As an HR person, working for some companies are asking their employees to be very proactive on LinkedIn for the company, but not for themselves. So sometimes employees are coming to me and say, I don't want to use my LinkedIn profile to promote the company. So what's your view on that? Because yes, it's the individual personal profile.
Personal profile.
Yeah. What's your view on that? What's your position on that?
It depends on the employee. because I have a friend who is journalist, and she posted a lot about her different interviews, and she found a job in Canada, and she doesn't have to share posts, only professional posts from her company. So now she's less active. But if you, sometimes you can get young employees, maybe they want to get another job. So it's very important to do personal branding, because if you need another job, if you're looking for another opportunity, it's a little bit risky to talk only about your company.
Other questions? Otherwise, we come to the end of this.
You're welcome, Joanna.
Session. I think it was very interesting, and I would say set up your goal and make the difference to get engagement. I think that will be the conclusion of that very first SME breakfast, but I think very inspiring. Thank you very much.
Yes, I'm very glad to attend this event. Thank you very much.
Experience. And so next event is next week on e-invoicing. Valentine, it is on the 13th. Yes. Yeah. So we hope to have you on the 13th here or on video.
I think it's good to connect with others on LinkedIn.
Yes, yes. Please do it. And do not hesitate to ask Sadio some I would say that
you can add me on LinkedIn.
Yes, and she will be delighted to help you, I'm sure. Anyway, thank you. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
See you on LinkedIn or any other social media network. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.